What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to beat man press coverage for easy one-play scores out of stack formations. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counteract those metas when you come across them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. So if you guys are on the fence about whether or not you want to take that next step, maybe start competing in Madden 22, I would highly recommend you go over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. You could take a look at everything that I uploaded all year long in Madden 21 and make that decision about subscribing with us in Madden 22. I will have some Madden 22 pre-sale information coming out in about 2 weeks, so stay on the lookout for that. My best deal of the year will be coming out shortly before 22, so you guys will want to take advantage of that. Also, make sure you guys take a quick second, head over to my TikTok channel, my brand new TikTok. You guys are going to find YouTube tips condensed down into shorter format over there. Stream highlights from my Twitch channel. You guys can check me out, twitch.tv/ZanMadden, TikTok @ZanMadden, and also Twitter @ZanMadden. It's all the same, easy to find me on any of the platforms, so please go take a quick second and support me on those other platforms as well. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into today's video. We're going to show you guys how to basically beat press coverage from a stack formation. There are a variety of stack formations in the game. There are some that are doubles weak type formations, some in empty looks, but the stack formation in general, if you go and face any type of press coverage, if you put that front player on a flat and the back player on a fade, there is a very, very high likelihood that you will end up with the front man on your press animation clearing out both press defenders. And if you kind of think about what stack formations do in real life, they do make it so it is very, very difficult to get a man press on that back receiver. So for those of you out there that are saying, oh, this is a glitch, you know, it's really not. I mean, if you're trying to play, you know, a physical brand of coverage where you're jamming receivers off the line, teams in real life use, you know, stack and bunch style formations to make pressing difficult. That's why year after year, you're going to see gun bunch be a popular formation, because it causes press and leverage issues against man coverage when you bunch receivers up. And this is kind of what the stack formation will do. Now, I did release this back early in the year when cover one robber press was the #1 defense in the game, and the bench press meta was so popular in Madden at that point in time. Now, obviously in Madden 21, we've hit more of a zone-based meta. I've done so much zone content over the last 3 months here. I wanted to mix in some man coverage stuff just to kind of keep you guys on your toes. Obviously, some people do mix in man press every now and then. So let's go ahead and kind of show this to you. I would say that this is a little bit, I wouldn't say it's inconsistent. I would say it's for the most part a great tactic. You see right here how the X receiver gets right behind his press player, and you're going to be able to lob it up for a rack score. Ideally, you get that every single time you face man press, right? You know, if they roll up in press coverage, you just put that front player on a flat, the back player on a fade, and you snap the ball. And a lot of times you're going to get, you know, some sort of mishandled press animation. You saw right there in that situation, they didn't whiff. What ended up happening was the player that tried to press got his hands on my back receiver way too late, and he was able to easily hand fight him off and shred him for the big gain. Now, obviously, you want to, against a cover one style defense, not lob it right into the cover one safety in center field. He might be able to range over and make that play. So definitely make sure that you, once you recognize the open receiver, you try your best to lob the ball outside when you get that. You saw right there, he was able to get behind him. You could do the, the rack ag or a possession catch if they get leverage. You'll take any outcome in which you end up with the receiver getting by his press defender And this stack alignment does tend to do a really good job. Again, you see right there how easily he slaps off that press animation. Now, I know it's Nuke Hopkins, so I'm going to go ahead and sub him out right quick and show you guys that this is something that you guys can basically do with speed receivers as well. So the Cardinals have a player on their team known as Andy Isabella. I'm going to go ahead and put him in. He is a true burner. So maybe we put Hopkins up front. We'll go ahead and put Fitz over there. The play that you choose really doesn't matter. And again, this is going to go really, really well against, your press style, cover one style defenses. Obviously, a deep half over the top is something that, you're going to tend to be a counter to this. So just kind of be advised on that when your opponent is playing a deep half over the top, that's going to take away that lob. But here we go with another stack alignment. This is a different defense, but again, a cover one style press. You just kind of clear it out. You see how Isabella tried to get behind his man. I do think that, again, I find that the more physical receivers, you typically are going to get a pretty consistent animation here. Like I said, this isn't going to be 100%, but I would say the vast majority of the time it is. Right here, this is the nickel 3-3-5 normal, which was one of the more popular defenses in the game. Here's an example where Isabella got behind him. Again, you would just lob it up and outside. Right there, that was a heck of a SWAT animation. Again, Gunslinger is a really popular thing. The windups are, pretty awful, to be honest with you, if you don't have the Gunslinger. Most of my tips, we do talk about wanting that Gunslinger. But again, here, we're actually getting screamed at right here by this 3-3-5. We're not able to pick that up right now. Guys are coming in. Let's go ahead and go back to the other formation so I'm not getting screamed at by defensive linemen right away here. But again, guys, this is something that you should be able to mix in. This was, like I said, a little bit more of a tip that, was great early on in the year. You're going to see a little bit less man press at this point in the year. Let's see if I have any other stack formations. So here we go. Here's a formation where we have like a double stack. And, you could try to do something here with, both back receivers. Obviously, Fitz is a little bit slower. I would try to not use a guy like Larry Fitzgerald on that. But, here's an example where we're playing like a cover one press, and we got a double stack situation. In this double stack formation, you could give yourself two opportunities for this to get open. So you see right here, go ahead and snap this ball and look for one guy or the other to get behind. You saw X blew right by his man right there, and we're able to throw it up for an easy one-play score. Do this again here. See if we can get anything on the other side of the field here. So your front guy goes on a flat, your back guy goes on a fade on both sides of the field. You see how Nuke Hopkins did the same over there on that play. So again, you see how consistently this is going to be able to get over the top for a one-play score. The beauty of something like this is that it's going to get your opponent out of man coverage. If you guys struggle with man coverage, that's the point of having something like this in your back pocket. If you get them into some of this double Mabel style stuff, then you're going to be right back in business where, you can flood them with the concepts that I've shown you over the last 3 months here on the channel. So, if they have to start mixing in some double Mabel, let's see if I can do something here out of this. Let's go with like cover 3 cloud, for instance, right? You catch them in some of that double Mabel stuff, and I don't have a hot route master, but, that's where you're going to be able to start to work in like, some of the C routes and some of those little corner routes and things like that do a solid job. Some of these stack formations also have these inside release animations on plays like curl flat. So, if you know for a fact that they're in, say, like double Mabel, where then they've got these purple zones on the outside as well, and then they're just lurking in the middle of the field like this with this guy. These little inside release animations, especially like the one that Kirk is on, are such great quick throws. Actually, you don't want to throw that there. You want to get them like more inside on the release. Some of those C routes are a little bit better as well. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the C route. Let's see if, for instance, the one that Hopkins is on is a solid route as well. You could throw those out underneath. But some of those like C route style plays that flood over the top of zones are really, really valuable in this regard. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a Princess here that I could do this with. Let me see if I have anything in this playbook. Let's go back to that double Mabel again here. you know, you might get something that looks like this in terms of a Mabel, right? And then I think actually, he doesn't have the apprentice. So I really don't have the route that I want there, but you know, you could go ahead and still be able to throw, you know, some of those, you know, corner routes rolling out, you know, stuff, you know, crossers going across the field from these stack alignments. But most importantly, you're going to get them out of the man press, and that's the key. And then maybe you could just audible into some of your other more well-equipped formations to flood zone. But I don't want to get too deep with this tip. I think that the stack one-play touchdowns are absolutely huge. If you guys like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. Please, again, guys, make sure you guys check out the TikTok channel, my Twitch, and my Twitter. All of those platforms, it is Zan Madden for the handle. And check out gridirongameplans.gg if you guys want more. Again, guys, $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website, and I'll have some pre-sale information for Madden 22 in the not too distant future. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.